to ask. All right, so this comes from Satoshi DZ. If you have $10,000, how are you going to invest it? The goal here is to achieve 1 million in the next bull run. And is it possible? I would love to get your thoughts. Okay, so let me see if I can rephrase that. So you're saying to get $10,000 and turn that to $1 million in the next bull run. I mean, that's basically 100x. So basically the question is how to get a 100x investment. Definitely a tough goal to achieve. I mean, me personally, I've done it before, but it wasn't easy. There's definitely a method to the madness. But before I kind of chime in, Bill, do you want to kind of show how maybe you would invest $10,000 to try to turn that into $1 million?
Okay, well, you are the 100x guy, so I'd have to punt on how to create 100x.
Okay.
The first thing that popped into my mind was, if Tezos is a vehicle, if T0 can use Tezos to securitize assets, and again, the blockchain science, I don't know, I just saw the article.
Okay.
If Tezos is at $1, Tezos could be worth 100.
Right.
So that could be that's just an example of 100x return. And I'm sure somewhere out there, somebody's going to solve the DeFi question. And if you can find that, that's probably 1,000x return.
Absolutely. Okay. So, I mean, the way I would do it is like this. So first of all, I'll subscribe to Token Metrics. So if you haven't yet already, we've built this platform just to answer questions like this. Because as we mentioned before, we're very bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the high cap projects. However, I mean, looking at all the empirical evidence and studies, there is a reason why it makes sense to diversify and be a value investor when it comes to low cap projects. Because historically speaking, if you look at factor investing, one of the 5 factors that has shown to deliver alpha and positive returns has been investing in low cap investments, whether it's on stocks or equities, and we think the same can be applied in crypto. Now, when it comes to crypto, the difference is not investing in shitcoins. Because yes, we get dirty and we go out there dumpster diving, and there's a lot of garbage out there, but the goal is to find those hidden gems, and those hidden gems do exist. If you're able to build a system and find those hidden gems very quickly, then that's how you get the 100x returns. Now, I would say, with that being said though, in the last bull run back in 2017 and end of January 2018, some of them we got lucky because everything was going up. But to really get a 100x return, you have to outperform the market. And you have to, by definition, be doing what the market is not doing. And that means looking at projects pre-market and also looking at projects already on the market. Now, our entire system, we've codified it and made it available to our customers on Token Metrics. But at a high level, this is the way we value invest and try to find projects that can possibly do a 100x return. 1, find great projects through fundamental analysis. We're looking at over 74 different data points. We're doing very in-depth code reviews. We have developers on the team going through looking at the code. Then also looking at the team. So value investing in crypto is different from value investing in stocks because there are no financials. You have some people who look at on-chain metrics and data. We don't really do that because that can only be done for most of the high cap projects. Some of these projects we're looking at are pre-market. They aren't even trading on exchanges yet. So there is no on-chain data to look at. You have to look at the team, their experience, the technology, if they have any code on GitHub. All of that is available on Token Metrics. But let's say you find a project. Then you have to say, okay, does it have any competition, and what is the market pricing its competition? So for instance, if you're looking at a blockchain, so for example, Blockstack is a project that is rated very high on Token Metrics. Looking at the fundamentals, last time we checked, Blockstack's market cap was around 30 million or so. Now we have to then factor in, okay, where can Blockstack go? Blockstack is competing with Ethereum, with Bitcoin, with Zilliqa. What is the market pricing these projects at? So if, for example, Ethereum is over $1 billion. So assuming no dilution, obviously this is not perfect, but where can Blockstack go in terms of market cap and price? Can it, because if Blockstack had no inflation, which is obviously impossible, but if it has no inflation and it does 100x, that would give it a market cap of 3 billion. Now you have to factor in, okay, what happens if there's inflation and there's dilution and more cryptocurrency or tokens, or rather most tax tokens are being introduced into the supply? What would be its overall market cap after it's achieved after all the tokens are out there in the market? So taking all this as a factor, but I would say looking at where the current market is pricing competing projects, and if we think this project is a better project, then long term we're basically placing a bet that we think this will have a higher market cap than X, Y, and Z project. Now, we're not saying Blockstack is better than Ethereum, for example, but we could say maybe we think Blockstack is better than other projects that are maybe in the top 25 to 50 market cap. And we think if Blockstack were to grow, then we think this could be better than that. So that's kind of the method to our madness. But to make things easy, everything is just purely on our website, tokenmetrics.com. So let me know what you guys think. Does that make sense? Was I just rambling way too much? But that is a common question that comes up. Going back to the question of how would somebody invest $10,000? I think if you have $10,000, you have to diversify. You would have to invest, I think, for me personally, you have to have a portfolio with minimum 10 cryptocurrencies. So meaning $1,000 into each crypto. I would not put everything into one basket. It's crypto, you definitely have to diversify. I would have some into the high caps, so kind of like Bitcoin, Ethereum, but I would also have a few, maybe 2 or 3 different low cap altcoins in there. And the ones we talked about are Blockstack, Matic Network. We have some others coming up, especially this month. This month, there's a resurgence of the IEO space, and there have been some products we like. I would probably add even Paxos Gold in there. Our review was pretty positive in terms of fundamentals. Tech-wise, it's not really decentralized, so that is concerning because it is a regulated gold-backed cryptocurrency, and regulators can freeze and take control of somebody's funds. So it's not really a typical blockchain project, but that's what you get in exchange for regulation. But I would say either having something like that or just regular gold or even other precious metals. But there aren't really any precious metals backed cryptocurrencies besides the gold ones, to my knowledge. But in general, if you're purely investing in crypto, I would say minimum 10 different cryptocurrencies, and go to tokenmetrics.com and see their top 10 list we have for long-term investing. And I think that's probably the best way to go, in my opinion. But as usual, not any kind of investing or financial advice, just what I would do personally.